And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with another episode of Mock Review. And this week I have a ton of awesome mocks to be showing you in this week's episode. If this is the first time you are seeing this series, this is basically the series where I go over some of the best mocks that I find out there on the internet, as well as some of the best mock build series that I'm currently watching on YouTube. And then, of course, at the end, we go through all of the mocks that you guys have sent over to me. So yeah, if you guys want to submit your mocks to me, make sure to send them to me via my Instagram. Whilst you're there, make sure to drop me a follow as well. And of course, be sure to check out my brand new mock building Instagram account, where I post photos of all of the mocks that I have made, as well as up-to-date work in progress shots on my stories as well. But without further ado, let's get straight into section 1 of mock review, which is the featured mocks. Okay, so first up on the list we have this incredible Battle of Hoth by General Kanoa. I absolutely love this mock. It's huge and the sort of terrain detail is amazing. I love the trench work and all the different details he managed to pack into that. I love the use of the AT-AT, as well as all the smooth snow designs leading up into that amazing rock work and the base at the back. There's some really good techniques in this mock, and I think overall it's a fantastic rendition of the Battle of Hoth. I believe there is an interior to this mock, however I couldn't find any pictures of it, but it does look pretty awesome from that front shot right there. And then I love the details on the side of the mock with the sort of rocks and breaking up the smooth white effect of the snow. I really love this technique, and no matter how many times I see it used, I will always think it's an awesome technique for borders. And it really does look like it's just been split open or cut in half down the middle. I think it looks really, really nice, and overall this is a fantastic mock. Next up on the list we have a fantastic Corvus mock by Brickmad Sam. Now this is a fantastic mock. It's only a small one, however I love those leaning pillars against the front section there, and it really does sum up this scene from the season 2 of The Mandalorian. I love the amount of lights he used in this mock, both with Ahsoka's lightsabers as well as the ones on top of the wall. This almost has a really nice sort of castle feel to it. I really love the way this looks. The sort of dismantled, disheveled look to the front of the wall right there looks really, really good, as well as those pillars. I'm just really impressed with how he managed to get the angles, both going up and in, as well as the sort of slight angle outwards as well. Looks really, really good, and I love the work on the trees. The sort of burnt tree look with the tires and that sort of thing look really, really awesome, and it's definitely a good technique right there. And overall it's just a really good mock for capturing both the atmosphere and the actual scene itself. I love the way this looks, and it's definitely a fantastic one there by Brickmad Sam. This moves us on to the outpost on Kawak by Oblivion Builder. Now this is a really smooth and sleek mock. I love these sort of mocks where they really sort of very, very studless look to the actual mock itself, and just a really nice tiled effect to it. I really like that doorway in the back corner. I love the angle of it that he managed to add to this, and the sort of window above it. It looks really good. The bit of writing on the wall looks amazing, and that orange in the top left adds a really nice accent color right there. I love the sort of grate that's set into the floor. The amount of angles he managed to get with this were really well done, as well as using that piece flipped upside down looks really, really good as well. And of course some awesome Stormtrooper minifigures in this one as well. Next up, we're going to be bringing in my first ever non-Star Wars mock into this series. I really want to hear your feedback, guys. Do you think I should add more non-Star Wars mocks into this series, or do you think I should keep it just Star Wars based? Maybe I'll try and add 1 or 2 a week, but this is Wakanda by Droid. Now this is a phenomenal mock. He's been working on this for a long time now, and it turned out absolutely incredible. I love the rock work in the back corner. It really is a nice huge area of the mock that looks really, really sleek and is really well done. I think the rock work curves over really nicely at the top, and it looks really, really clean and really, really natural. And then the whole battle at the bottom with the sand green color looks really, really awesome. You don't often see the sand green color used in this quantity for terrain, and I think it looks amazing, as well as that blue wall, and the use of lights in this mock again is phenomenal. Even if it's not a Star Wars mock, I can really appreciate this scene. Obviously I've seen the movie, but I think it captures the scene really well, and definitely captures the all-out battle that we see in that scene. I also love the Chadwick Boseman memorial. I think this is a really nice touch to the mock, as well as all those inside scenes as well. Now the final mock I have to show you in this first section isn't actually a completed mock, it's more of a work in progress, but I thought it was just an incredible technique for water. Now this is a really smooth and really natural water technique done by Kevin. I really love the way this looks, and definitely you should go check him out, as well as all the other builders that are on this list. I think this looks really, really good, as opposed to using studs or anything like that, and I think the dark blue really adds a like murky deep effect to the water in that dark color scheme. I also love the way the waves are breaking on the rocks, and I've just never really seen this really undulating and wavy technique for sea before, and I think it's just perfect. I think it's one of the best techniques I've ever seen for an ocean. Now that brings us to the end of section 1 and the start of section 2, which is the best mock build series that are currently going on YouTube. Now there aren't a ton of mock build series currently going on, so I've decided to go back through and update a few of the older mock build series that I've already covered in this series. Now first off, we have Coconut Brick Studios. He's now 11 weeks into his building Kato Nemoidia, and damn, this mock is incredible. You've probably seen his giant Oostpal mock, and I really do think this mock is going to be a huge step up. The way he's built it is incredible, and you should definitely go check it out and follow along with this series. Next up, we have Lego Gathering Productions, who's a really amazing builder, building a giant Munalist mock. This is looking really good, and he is 19 episodes into the giant Munalist city, which is looking phenomenal. And then we have another huge builder, which is Michigan Bricks, who's building a really big Battle of Cala mock. Now every time I see this mock, it really takes me by surprise about how big it really is. It's got the huge sort of walkway down the middle, as well as loads of snow and some awesome tree techniques, so definitely worth going and checking out this one. And finally, we have BBP Studios, who hasn't uploaded in a while, but is building HOTH, and it looks amazing, so it's definitely a more unique mock right there. But yeah, that's it for section 2. Let's move into section 3 of mock review, which is your guys' mocks. Wanted to start off by saying there were a ton of awesome submissions this week, guys, but the first one we have is from Deezer, and he made this incredible almost a set that could really be a Lego set. It's the Naboo Starfighter on top of like this sort of hanger with some awesome lights and other stuff like that, and he's made a little render of a box art, and I think this looks fantastic. Next up, we have British Waffle Productions with this really nice Y-wing, or this sort of Republic Y-wing. Love the way this looks in the yellow and white color scheme, and I'd love to see Lego remake this one day. Next up, we have CBA the Bopper with this awesome mock right here. This looks really good, some lights in that tunnel below, and then some awesome train detail, and that building at the back looks really good. Next up, Cam made this really good Republic base right here with this modded Bad Batch shelter, which I think looks amazing. I love the way he built this, especially that front section. Next up, we have Abel with this really cool little hallway scene with some clones getting blasted. Then the Brick Smuggler sent me this really smooth and really sleek Imperial transport. This looks fantastic, and I love the way this turned out. Then next up, Daily Fig sent me this little room right here. This is a really smooth mock and a really clean one with those different window designs or sort of panel designs on the wall with some different techniques in the ground, and this is a fantastic mock. Then Peter sent me a couple of mocks with this crashed Y-wing and then this destroyed 8080. Both of these look fantastic. Then Ethan sent me this Republic command post. This is really nice, and I definitely would love to see Lego have a go at making this again one day, and has some really good smooth angles right around the front. Then we have a mock from Mace right here. He has Ahsoka destroying some battle droids. I love the way this looks. Then Marcel sent me this really nice dark orange mock with a little tree and then Boba Fett marching through the middle. Levi then sent me a couple of mocks, including this Endor mock right here. Then he sent me this sort of more dusty planet right here with this cool rockwork at the back, and then he sent me another Tatooine mock at the end. Next up, we have BNQ with this great Geonosian mock with some cool Geonosians being blasted by some clone troopers. And then finally, Anthony sent me this really nice TIE Interceptor mock with a little stand and some awesome stormtroopers. But yeah, thank you to every single person who sent me mocks this week. You all are amazing builders, and continue sending them in to me to be featured in the future updates. But yeah, shout out to every single person who was featured in this video. Make sure to go check out all of the people. There'll be links down below to every single builder that is featured in this video. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.